5 in Sparkle City, 1077 in Anderson, and on the radio.com app. I just showed your face what your people are going to need to hear this interview right now.
Oh, yeah.
So you are from Sumter.
Yes, sir. Sumter, South Carolina.
And how long you been doing music?
I was doing music now about 10 years.
Okay. The third number in the calendar. So
yeah.
you have a legacy that you want people to know with the music. That's why you have your name, Face DaRealest.
Exactly. You know, I want people to see me as a realist. You know what I mean? That's why I do a lot of community work. I go out, feed the homeless, get with all the elderly,
Yeah.
do all of that. I'm a real person. I want people to feel it.
Okay. I've got the same burden. I understand. I call it what you see is what you get.
Most definitely.
Like Facebook memories will show you the same guy a year ago, 2 years ago,
Exactly.
3 years ago.
Exactly.
Ain't changed nothing, not even the phone number.
Exactly.
Maybe the radio station, but you can't always control that. But
Yeah.
you're here, you brought us a song. What we're gonna talk about and play next.
Okay, this song right here is called I Get the Bag. You know what I'm saying? Face DaRealest featuring Black Zach.
Okay. Columbia. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Big shout out to Black Zach.
Yeah, and a big shout out to everybody trying to get that Steve Harvey stacks. I was in for Kelly Mack today. She'll be back tomorrow after Miranda gives you the 9 a.m. keyword. 10 a.m. starts with Kelly Mack. We do it 8 times a day. Get that cash with the block.
Hometown. Now let's go. Now in Anderson on 1077. Anderson's new home.
Yeah, it's the block 96.3 in Greenville, 104.5 in Sparkle City, 107.7 in Anderson, and definitely we're listening on the radio.com app in Sumter right now because Face DaRealest is on Unsigned Grind. This show is powered by Extreme Little Boys Tours. That's where I got the PT Cruiser from.
Okay. I didn't
It's
know
still
that.
running. It's still running. Yeah. Go get you a car.
Okay, I didn't
you
know
can
that.
ride till you ride no more. Yeah. LILBOYZTOYZ, 609 Lawrence Road in Greenville. We're in Greenville. We're at the Rimtime Studios. We're talking about I Get the Bag.
Most definitely.
Tell me about it.
Well, I Get the Bag. You know what I'm saying? The song really kind of, put out there letting people know, that, we getting that bag, and,
The hustle, the everyday grind.
every day, that's the only way it's going to happen. If you don't get the bag, ain't nothing about that going to happen after that, but you got to get the bag.
No handouts.
No handout, nothing free.
Nothing free.
If you waiting on something to come free, you might as well.
Just take an inhale. Air is free right
I'm
now.
telling you, that's about all you're going to
For
get.
a limited time. I'm just saying.
I believe they're going to start charging for that in a little bit.
But I Get the Bag. You got this track with Black Zach.
Exactly, like Zach. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him.
And shout out to you taking that 3-hour drive. Yeah. It's the block, 96.3 in Greenville, 104.5 in Sparkle City, 107.7 in Anderson. How do they connect with you on social media? What's your Instagram?
On Instagram, Face DaRealest _WPMG. Facebook, Face DaRealest. Twitter, Face DaRealest. Make sure I got a $500 giveaway right now. All you got to do is click on it, and it explains everything.
Wow. It's the block.
She not even using her lips. How you finessing? I'm here. Keep that little thing on my hip.
Me and my nigga, we stacking these chips.
Tell a little bit the truth. Tell a little bit come through. Beat that little thing till it loose. In abracadabra, I'm going like poof. I beat on my chest cause I can't calm. She wanna ding dong. I tell her go ahead cause I ain't long. I'm taking this up like I'm Saint Sean. Watch all this money we piling. Don't have my time cause I'm grinding. I get the bag and divide it. I get like me, you can't find it. Tell a little down I'm rising. Get clientele like Verizon. These don't think why I'm rising. Who know me? I keep on rising. I get the bag. 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 got that bag for real. They thinking I signed a deal. Feel like I'm fresh out the cooler. Cause all this ice giving me chills. I make the plug in the hills. We talking about a few meals. I get that pack and then it go poof. David Copperfield. Got blue magic like Frank Lucas. Check like Nike, I just do it. Got a little light cruise. Hit it from the back, then I smack on the booty. Gotta get the bag, that's all I know. Still remember nights, I was sleeping on the floor. Remember trying to turn a little deuce to a four. Now I ran it up, little let go. Look at my drip, they gon' eat it up. Throw the money, the strippers gon' sweep it up. Get up, the air beat it up. I leave, give it an uppercut. Hey, who need them bags for real? They already vacuum sealed. I heard kills, but being broke ain't what it is, so fuck. I get the bag. I know, I get the bag. I get the bag. Get it. I get the bag. I get the bag. I know, I get the bag. I get the bag. Get it. I get the bag. We got that bag for real. We got that mag for real. All on your work for real. 200 on the dash for real. I get the bag. I know, I get the bag. I get the bag. I get the bag.
Face the Realest is here at the block right now. Tell us again, we're live on my Facebook right now. They're watching you. They're understanding your grind. But where are you from?
From South Carolina, man.
How far is that from where we're at right now?
About a 3-hour drive.
Okay. Was it worth it?
Most definitely. And it's any opportunity to get out there, you know, and grind, man, and put your brand anywhere, you know, it's always gonna be worth it.
Okay. Yeah. That's real.
Yeah.
That's keeping it 1K, but that's what this is about. So how, you know, you've been doing this probably not your first year.
No. I'm doing about 10 years.
Okay. And in those 10 years, what have you learned? What's the one thing you can, you know, give independent artists advice if you could?
The biggest advice that I can give independent artists is spend money on your brand. You're going to have to spend money on your brand. If you got to have a budget. You know, that's when anything, business, anything, you're going to have to spend money. You know what I mean? And I talk to a lot of independent artists all the time. I mean, there ain't no way around it. You're going to have to spend the money. You know what I mean? So, you know, get out there, you know, and grind it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's flyers, posters, whatever, you know, I go hard. I mean, I do whatever, you know.
Why was that important for you? I mean, as an independent artist, why is that? Like, why is making a scene with your presence, with your brand? Why is that important?
It was important to me because once I understood the business, and I think that's another thing that independent artists don't get is understanding the business. You know what I'm saying? Once you understand the business, then you will understand, you know what, any opportunity I get, you know, any brand, you know, you got Pepsi, you got McDonald's, all of those ain't nothing but a brand. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that you got to kind of put yourself in those same situations. You know what I mean? I even, you know, looked at TV commercials and try to, you know, put my brand in TV commercials. It's deep, you know. It's about branding, you know, marketing, promotion. That's what it's about. I mean, 90% business and 10% music. That's basically what it is. That's the truth.
Okay. Well, that's what I wanted you to kind of, you know, and tonight on the radio, we touched base on a song you did with Black Zach.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you known Black Zach? You know.
I've known Zach, man, probably about 2 or 3 years. I've known Zach for about 2 or 3 years, man. Great dude, man. Like I say, much shout out to him, man, and the knowledge and everything that, you know, he blessed me with. I mean, it's definitely a blessing, man. You know, so like I say, it's gonna take, you know, that grind and that hustle. I mean, it ain't nothing else. You know what I mean? 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, it's the same grind. You know, it's the same grind. You know, it get boring sometimes, and you know, but you got to get up and you gonna have to go. You got to do it. It's just like, you know, working a job. You know, that's what it is.
You don't have a manager over you. You're your own boss at this point.
Yeah.
But you're more. Yeah, you got to get up early now. You might
Yeah.
not be used to that, but you got to do it.
Yeah, you know, and you know, within them 10 years, man, that's one of the things I learned. Like, this is really, you know, a job. You know, I get up, I go to bed 9 o'clock. I'm up 6 o'clock. You know, I'm doing this, and everything revolves around music. You know, it's just like I work, you know, 10, 11, 12 hours out the day.
Yeah.
You know, all on music.
on your business, on your brand.
On your brand. It's the same thing. If you can't take that mentality, like, okay, whether you got whoever, and they go to 9 to 5 or whatever the situation is, you got to think the same thing.
Working 12-hour shifts.
12-hour shifts. It's
Yeah.
the same thing. I promise you it is. You know, a lot of people don't understand that, but once you keep, you will see it's the same thing. You know, it just, you know, maybe somebody's working for somebody and they get paid, you know, to work 12 hours. Only thing different is with you is you're working for yourself.
You're creating that
You're
wealth.
creating that wealth. It's the same thing. You got to put them hours in. You got to. I'm telling you.
Thank you. Face, how do you spell it so we get it right?
FACEDAREALEST. Face DaRealest.
And he's on the block tonight. Tell your people in Sumter to get that radio.com app.
Most
They're going to need it.
Most definitely.
Block. Radio plug. Appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Okay. Let me get a picture with you. First instance, what are you doing again?
Yeah.
Let's refer to the last time you made news.
Yeah.
Because every day the news says shooting here, crash there. That's where the news. That's all this is, the news.
Yeah.
You know, but that's, you know, because my background is news.
Okay.
That's kind of why I treat it like that. I want it to be updates. So I need the source of the story. You're the source.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't regret how it got to where it is. It's just, like me, I can't rely totally on certain things to make ends meet. I have to supplement.
Yeah.
Gotta have more than one stream of income, for example.
Exactly.
In this, you know, economy.
It's the same thing. The same thing. With
Same
the music.
concept.
Yeah.
You know, you have this, you go to open mics, you go to Chuck T one time in Charlotte,
Yeah.
make that sacrifice. Go to Atlanta, meet with somebody, because it's what's going on now. These people, Chuck T's sacrificing, I'm sacrificing my time
Yeah.
to make it easier for you to come to a place.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just respect.
Okay.
You see,
Yeah.
you might not think it's flashy, but trust me, to do a club night in any town that's not yours is gonna be rough.
Yeah.
So, like for me, I've had open mics that's been empty as recently as last month, and I'm like, but I do the #1 radio show. That confuses me. The respect level is off. That open mic should be packed. I should be able to turn people away. No, you can't come in because of the respect of what I've done and sacrificed my radio career for their music.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
but I mean, not everyone is built like that. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
But respect is still, it's universal. I don't have to point fingers. It's just like, come on. What else do you need to show you I'm for you? See my point?
Yeah.
My whole radio career is for your music.
Yeah.
So you can't come to my mic one time
Yeah.
or two times out of the year
Yeah.
because I can't charge you to play your music. I can't.
Yeah.
Only way I can eat is open mic, for example. So see my point? It's like,
Yeah. It's like one hand washes the other.
right.
Yeah.
Help me out because I've made the ultimate sacrifice.
Exactly.
Not to be radio DJs, let them DJs put music that they don't get on off YouTube or anything out front. But luckily, this experiment 3 years ago was #1, so it's easy.
Yeah.
Come on up here because yes, everybody's listening. But when it started, it's like it's a Sunday night show that we don't know about. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's just what it was. But
Okay.
I already knew it was going to be this because there's more of you than the Gaudis
Yeah.
of the world.
Exactly.
So it's like, this was the next Breakfast Club by design. It was coming,
Yeah.
and here we are. You know, we're coming on 4 years of doing it. So that's what I'm on. It's about the respect of everyone, because you can get more when you respect the sacrifices before you.
Yeah. Most definitely, like you say, man, especially when it comes down to music, when the artists, you know, talking to artists all the time, it's a big, you know, respect thing. And, you know, respect between DJs and artists and different artists and different DJs is all the same. You know, everybody don't make the same type of music, you know, just like every DJ don't scratch the same, you know.
Right.
But everybody got that respect level, you know what I'm saying?
For the guy who's been doing it 10 years versus the guy who just started.
Exactly.
You know, there's like a gentleman's respect, like how barbers have it, you know?
Yeah,
You don't see a lot of clashing in that world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. It's that same respect. You know, I don't expect anyone to kiss my ass, and I wouldn't want anyone to.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be ignored like I haven't done anything.
Exactly.
Like,
I feel the same way.
because I've lost
Yeah.
gigs because I play too much independent music. You see my
Yeah.
point? I've lost stuff because I've taken sacrifices, and that's what I'm saying. I don't put that on Facebook. It's just everybody is sacrificing. Everyone is.
Yeah.
You don't know what it is, but when they present, like when I present, like I've been doing for 3 years,
Mhm.
Wednesday night open mic, that means come,
Yeah.
find a way,
Yeah.
because it costs me $200 if nobody comes
Mm.
on a Wednesday. So I start the middle of the week with zero money, like sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't cry to me about sacrifice.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm a DJ. I want to DJ. I want to make money outside the radio DJ.
Yeah.
But I can't because I made a sacrifice to put you on and you don't show up.
Do you feel like it may be a miscommunication between
Well,
maybe you and
how? I put everything on Facebook. How? How when you can pull up?
to me,
Yeah.
it seems like any unsigned artist like myself, you know what I'm saying, when you got, somebody like yourself, man, and opportunities like that come around, and, you will want to be there, you know what I'm saying, because you got somebody in the system per se that's
In
on
your corner,
side.
in your neighborhood.
You know,
You can
and
pull
so-
up there on Waffle House.
Yeah, so
You-
it's kind of like, why wouldn't, you show up,
I'm still 3
That's the
years
only
in.
thing I could think, me looking into another unsigned artist's heart, I could be like, what, the only reason why they probably wouldn't come in, maybe it's a miscommunication.
Well, from what I understand, because you got to understand how your roses stink too. You got to understand, this city's not been on like that. We don't have a Black Sack. We don't have a Rennie Rucci this year. We don't have the baby. We have independent artists that have been striving and pushing. And I'm on the radio. I'm not Steve Harvey to them, I guess. I'm not Funk Flex for them. See my point?
Yeah.
I don't wear the Versace bag. I'm the same guy. I just happen to have a 4-year radio show later. I want them to respect the same
hustle,
person.
the grind.
The same person. Like, I didn't change for them. I'm not standoffish.
Yeah.
You can still ignore me at Waffle House. And I'm still going to give you the same respect.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your music. I might be tired. After La Roca, why do I want to talk about music? Because that's what I am. I put it out there. I'm a radio plug. It's now on business cards I've made because it's more than just a show. It's more than just a DJ night, or some weeks I've done more radio than I've DJ'd. And some weeks, some months I've had more success with radio interviews than open mic guests. Because it's like, out of respect, you should be there.
Yeah.
And maybe you don't know the difference in respect, or maybe you need an update on it. Like your phone gets an update. It bugs you. Your iPhone bugs you. You got to update your phone.
Update.
Even if you don't know what respect was last year, well, here it is now. You got a show 60 times a week, now 3 years strong. Maybe you weren't used to this 10 years ago. Use it now, while it's here, because nothing is guaranteed. Nothing lasts forever. And that conversation, I have every week on Facebook with artists here. I just had it today. JJ, have it on Saturday or Sunday. Well, this business is about sacrifice, not convenience.
Exactly.
My bad you work on Wednesday. Do you know what I sacrificed to make a Wednesday happen for artists? You see my point? Like, I'm supposed to keep bending for you, but you're not sacrificing.
Yeah.
But this is your dream.
Yeah.
This is my radio career. I invite artists in, but you can't take a Wednesday off one day of the year and come up and just stop in and do what I do to make money. I'm just saying. You don't have to, but 4 years later, 4,000 songs later, on the radio, 4,000 plus songs, independent artists, 4,000. I have yet to have 20 artists on open mic on a Wednesday, yet. Ever since we had this 2 a.m. rule, because you can't stay late, the county forces us to come early. But the point is, 4,000 songs versus the track record of 10.
I'm gonna say something, and I don't want to sound, rude, but sometimes, and this is life.
Correct.
Sometimes you have to take things away from people.
Sometimes.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes.
Sometimes you have to take it away
for them to respect
to
it.
them to respect it, because I mean something. Even with 103.9 or, you know, in the rest states. You know, this is not going on.
Right.
You know, and I'm I don't know the market here, so it's hard for me to say, but I know for sure that if 103.9
Played 60 independent songs a week.
and they had
12 a
open
night.
mic, Beezy Baby or
Anybody.
Ace
Dub.
Dub, anyone would had an open mic, it would be packed. I would promise you that. So to see that you're here and you dealing with that, it kind of makes me wonder. You know, maybe that's the reason why there's not a Rennie Russo or Black Zach here. You know, because like
They don't support what's already here.
exactly. You know, what's your
Maybe.
mind state? You know what I'm saying? You know, what's their mind state? You know, so how bad do you really want it?
That's,
You know what
that's
I'm
a great
saying?
point.
So-
I say, how bad? Right.
So that's all that is in a nutshell. So when you dealing with
Hang on a second. You're downstairs? Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, just message me because I'm doing an interview right now. All right. Yeah.
And that's my main thing because, you know, I've seen, you know, places where I've been and, you know, Rennie Russo posters or whatever.
Yeah.
grinding,
She was
Black
here.
Zach,
She came up
grinding.
here. I
You know what I'm
interviewed Black
saying?
Zach here. That's
I mean,
ironic.
I see those guys out there, you know, stuff everywhere grinding, and
Right.
I mean, made hella sacrifices. You know,
Right.
but to say, you know, like I said, I only can speak from what I see and from my own 2 eyes. So I don't really know the market here, but, you know, for what you're saying and, you know, for that not to be going on, I have to question how bad
Yeah.
do you really want it? Maybe
I ain't
that's
fucked
the
no one's
reason.
girl. I'm saying. I ain't backing in no one's car. I've just been too consistent with this point
And
of
they have
respect.
to understand that that's the music business in a nutshell. You talk to anybody, any major artist, anything, they'll always tell you consistency.
Yeah.
If you ain't gonna do it consistently, you might as well not even do it because you're wasting your money. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So it's
People, that's what I'm saying. People want, if they get a tax refund and they spend $1,000 and they've never spent it before on music promotion and nothing happens a month later, they give up.
yeah, nah.
Or they say, JJ, no one is signed from your open mic. Why are we going to go? It's not a record label. It's open gym. Do you get signed to the NBA at gym when
No.
you practice for gym? That's what it's practice.
Exactly.
I'm Michael Jordan. I'm hosting open gym.
And that's it. And I tell people that a lot of times, yo, the same scenario. You don't wait till the Chicago Bulls come and say, hey, yo, I want to sign you to be a basketball player. Now I'm saying Michael Jordan been a basketball player since he been in middle school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So why wait? You talk about a label, like, what are you speaking label for? You ain't even need to be thinking about a label.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought you don't want to be on a label. You're independent.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's the gift to it now anyway, is being independent. You know,
Right.
so a lot of people with that mentality, you know, about label, like
Or handout.
yeah, like you know, I have to question, you know, a lot of things, you know, what are they doing it for? You know what I'm saying? I mean, so many things I have
Well,
to
to come in
question.
here is like the Facebook likes, because one spin ain't going to get you rich. I'm
No,
sorry.
Nah.
I'm sorry.
And that's real though. You know what I'm saying? The people have to understand that everybody always shoot for the radio, but to be 100 with you, like just like you said, if being your Gotti, even if you get they to play your radio in the mixes or a couple times, that do you know that check ain't gonna really be hitting on nothing for you to be, you know,
Sweating it.
like that.
Like it's
You know
more
what I'm saying?
important than the
Yeah.
practice, the gym practice on
No,
Wednesday.
it'll
Or
never
going
be.
to Charlotte and building with the people that can push you, like a Chuck T or whomever.
Yeah.
There are people in Columbia, there's
Yeah.
Jerry Favor, there's K. Smith.
Exactly.
There's Paul of the Columbia Record Pool. I deal with them a lot. That's the thing. They came to me. I'm respecting them. It's a slow grind. These relationships build over time.
Yes.
It's not overnight. I didn't get to #1 unsigned grind overnight. I didn't get to this station overnight. I'm not expecting any artist out of here, out of Baghdad, Iraq, to get on overnight.
Mhm.
They're gonna spend a lot more money than you
Yeah.
to even be where you are. To
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we just got a Cheesecake Factory.
Okay.
We're getting Spaghetti Junction. We just got a hip hop station 4 years ago. So we're slow with things. We got the King Holiday in 2006.
Mm.
It was passed in 1983.
So it's a
I'm just saying.
that's
These are
it.
facts. I mean,
that's
what I'm saying.
That speak volumes. That right there that speak volumes.
Yeah, we got a hip hop station in 2015. We got Cheesecake Factory in 2018. You know,
Wow.
these are hip hop things that you're used to. Just got here, so that's what I'm saying. We didn't get this show till 3 years ago, but this show, how can I say it? This show kind of fits Atlanta. See my
Yeah.
point? Because Atlanta, a lot of independent artists spend money on their own promotion.
Yeah.
This show would fit in Atlanta well.
Yeah.
It might be lopsided here, because the artists here don't spend money. They don't on their own dreams. 'Cause I don't get any of it.
I can't
see it on Wednesday.
And see, that's
I'm
the
not.
thing.
I'm not booming on Wednesday to do no showcase on a Saturday.
And
I'm not
that's-
willing to do a.
That's why I say it's got to be, that's going on here, because where
Yeah.
I'm from, they spend artists spend money on their promotion. Artists get out and grind. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
that's
I think,
obvious.
And I think that's the, that's the only thing. It gonna take, somebody, from the area for them to see that, oh man, you know what? Hey, if he did it, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just about hope and believing. You know what I'm saying?
And see, I add to that. You got to respect everything that's here already.
Yeah.
It's 2019. It's not 1983.
Yeah.
There have been people before you, maybe generations or years before you, who've been pushing you.
Mm-hmm.
When you blow, like when Petey Pablo or the Baby, he touched all the people. Black Zach, Rennie Rucci, they touched all the people who've been grinding to help them get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a respect. Don't ignore. You didn't do it by yourself. And
Exactly.
for me, for an artist in Greenville to have anything going on and not either come to Mike or come here, it's like you're not respecting what's already here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this company's already made a sacrifice
Yeah.
on an Atlanta type radio show in your town, small town, because big concerts don't come here.
Yeah.
Chris Brown don't come here.
Yeah.
They go to, Columbia. They go to Charlotte. Don't come here.
Yeah.
But we play more local music than Columbia and Charlotte combined.
Yeah.
So, see my point? Like,
That's crazy.
right. Welcome to my hell or heaven, whatever you want to call it. I love it.
It's just crazy because I know, myself and other independent artists will love, for
Some will, some won't. Like I
You
said,
know-
I reach out because people
4,000
travel and they respect me.
independent
Over 4,000 songs.
songs. Get
A
played.
lot are from the region. Artists I've never seen their face, and that they live here.
Wow.
Never seen their face. I'm a DJ in the streets more than some drug dealers, but I never see their face.
Brother, how you doing?
Everything good, man. Everything good.
Well-
Definitely. That's what's up.
Most definitely. You a promoter in the area?
Yeah, I promote around JJ and in the area.
Yeah, independent. See, it's like it's a lifestyle.
We up on Facebook.
Okay.
Instagram. He'll tell you Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, I need to get all that social media, Instagram, Facebook, everything I can possibly
You a lot
get.
of shows around, or you just starting out pushing the album or something?
I was doing this for a little minute now, man. But I just actually getting to this market over here is Greenville, Spartanburg area,
Okay, where you from?
something.
Something. Okay, yeah. Got family down there in Rambert.
Okay. That's what's up, man. But I definitely want to link up with you, man, and try to build something, man. We can try to do some big stuff in the area.
Give my information. Well, I'll send it to you or whatnot. See, he got it, so it's be easy for him to give it to you real quick or whatnot. Hey, JJ.
Yeah, I'll make sure he has your information.
Yeah, my Facebook can message me on that. I gotta make room for it.
Okay.
IG, give him the IG to J-Rock 3000 straight up.
Okay.
JJ, you got anything planned tonight or what you doing?
Right now, I'm